Sergio.
Justin Thomas, PGA champion.
Touchdown, Alabama. North Carolina. They're not going to be denied this time.
In Athens, Georgia, they love the red and black every day. But this is a special Saturday. For the first time in 9 years, the Bulldogs walk into Sanford Stadium as the nation's #1 ranked team to kick off our November SEC doubleheader on CBS.
Welcome to Athens, Georgia. It's the Gamecocks and the Bulldogs. It's another football Saturday in the SEC.
From the edge, Carter's gonna get it. Touchdown, Nick Chubb.
It's the Gamecocks versus the Bulldogs. And this is the Home Depot SEC on CBS.
From Athens, Georgia, this is the Home Depot SEC on CBS. The South Carolina Gamecocks bring a 3-game winning streak into Sanford Stadium to face the undefeated #1 ranked Georgia Bulldogs. By the end of the day, Georgia may be champs of the SEC East, but the Gamecocks have a path to Atlanta that begins in Athens. With Aaron Taylor, Rick Neuheisel, John Schriffen, I'm Carter Blackburn. The last time Georgia was ranked #1 in November, it was 1982. That Bulldog team went on to win the SEC and play for a national championship. In 2017, it is still early November, but those goals are still ahead for this Bulldog team. 8-0 for the first time since 2002. One of 5 undefeated teams left in college football. The one close win was at Notre Dame, and they are ranked #1 because of that win. So, Rick, if you're coaching the #1 team in the nation, the Georgia Bulldogs, what is your approach?
Well, for Kirby Smart, it's business as usual. And who better than Kirby Smart to be in this position, given all his experience in Tuscaloosa and having worn this #1 ranking for so many weeks and years. This guy has his team practicing as physically as they practiced all season. The question is, can these 18 to 22-year-olds, Aaron, can they handle this burden?
And that is the question du jour. No question, because with this opportunity becomes a tremendous burden. I know better than anybody. In 1993, I was a senior captain at Notre Dame. We had beaten the #1 ranked Florida State Seminoles, only to lose the next week to a very good, scrappy Boston College team. Some similarities here, but at the end of the day, it's not how the coaches do. It's whether or not these players can shoulder the burden and responsibility that comes with being #1.
And for Georgia, it begins with a run game. They have a band of horses in the backfield, including one of the SEC's all-time best duos, Nick Chubb and Sony Michel. But, Aaron, as you know, that begins with the big dogs.
The big dogs up front. Sam Pittman and this offensive line have done a marvelous job improving from a year ago. A lot of teams have tried a lot of different things to stop the run game, including Florida a week ago, coming off the outside edge. But look at the wall-built backside. Good movement at the point of attack. Dyshawn Sims wearing a tight end's jersey. Great recognition coming up on the safety, and no big runs happen without good blocking on the perimeter, as we see Wims doing here. Georgia has one of the country's most prolific running games, and that offensive line has been key all season long, and they'll be tested today.
Well, let's not forget, South Carolina doesn't have a #1 next to its name, but it has been a remarkable season for the Gamecocks as well.
Will Muschamp has his team doing all the little things. In the last 3 games, all SEC victories, 0 turnovers. There's also been a recommitment to the running game. Despite losing Rico Dowdle, they have been adamant about running the football, being physical. That'll be key today. And the one thing you can know about South Carolina, guys, they have ways to win games. Regardless of what is on the schedule, North Carolina State outgained them by 250 yards. Deebo Samuel said, I don't care. I'll run a kickoff back. How about against Arkansas? It's the defense's turn. 3 touchdowns by the defense against the Razorbacks. And here in the checkerboards of Tennessee, a goal line stand to find victory. They're not going away easily today.
Who is number 1? Alabama has a chance to make another statement tonight. But on this Saturday in Athens, the Dogs are number 1 in the nation. Top-ranked SEC doubleheader on CBS begins with the Gamecocks and the Bulldogs. The Home Depot SEC on CBS is sponsored by Chick-fil-A, New York Life, Dr. Pepper, and by Wheels Up.